Hi, I'm Max, and welcome to another edition of Urban Lifestylez. As you can see, we're in Central Park because we're experiencing jazz in Central Park. I'm flying by myself tonight because my better half, she is actually tied up doing some other projects, but promise me she wishes that she was here. We've got a great show this week. We're going to have a feature from Kentucky One Health, the Kappa's boat ride, and of course, jazz in Central Park. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
The whole universe, there's only one you. But even though we're unique, we do have one thing in common. We want to live long, healthy lives. That's why Kentucky One Health should be the one name you think of for award-winning heart, stroke, and cancer care. The one name for convenience. With over 200 locations including hospitals, outpatient care centers, and physician practices. And the one name for wellness. With healthy lifestyle centers and partnerships across the state. With the combined experience of Jewish and St. Joseph hospitals and the University of Louisville Hospital, Kentucky One Health is the one name in healthcare.
Jeff Waller Toyota, Southern Indiana's #1 Toyota dealer. Hey folks, just take the bridge for savings. We're offering employee pricing for everyone who walks through the door. Remember, you pay what we pay. Come see me, Rodney Carter. We're closer than you think. Just take I-65, exit 4, Lewis and Clark Parkway, across from the Green Tree Mall, or visit us on the web at jeffwallerclarksvilletoyota.com.
Well, our first segment today, we're going to be talking about the Kappa Cruise. It's an annual event, and this year it was very special because we had the Grand Pole Mark in town. Take a look at this piece. I am here on the Kappa Cruise. This is something that we do every year, going out on the Belle of Louisville. This is a very exciting year because we got the national president, Tommy Bettle, and Eric Clemens, who is a regional pole mark. Welcome to Urban Lifestyle. So tell me what's happening in the land of Kappa.
Oh, everything's happening in the land of Kappa. I'm here with the brothers of the South Central Province, Louisville on their cruise. It's the first time coming, so I wanted to fellowship with the brothers. This was a retreat this weekend, and I wanted to be here with the brothers as they do the retreat. He's a new Providence pole mark, one of our new Providence pole marks, and I wanted to be with him this evening.
So what were some of the takeaways from the retreat?
Well, many takeaways. One, the brothers got education on our new intake process. That's how we bring men into the organization. They understood some of the rules related to that. They understood some of the programs that we're doing nationally. For example, our Sunday Day of Hope program with St. Jude, where we engage with the churches in supporting St. Jude programs. We also engage in getting brothers ready for the presidential elections, encourage them to get out to vote and work in their communities to get people out to vote and register people to vote.
And tell me what's happening from your perspective.
Absolutely. We just want to make sure that we are able to achieve all the goals that our national president has laid forth before us. And so this is a great opportunity to get all of our brothers across the states of Kentucky, Tennessee, and northern Mississippi to the great city of Louisville, have them come together, fellowship, and lay out the plan so we can move forth and achieve our goals.
So what is something that we could share with young men going into academia, going into universities today as it relates to fraternity?
Absolutely. We want them to look at Kappa Alpha Psi. We are men of achievement. We have leaders in the areas of civil rights, education, arts, music, athletics, law, all of the STEM professionals, you name it, Kappa is there. And so we want them to look at Kappa Alpha Psi and come forth and help us make a great impact on our communities.
Okay, I'm here to Eric Stout, who is the president of the Louisville Alumni Chapter. Welcome back to Urban Lifestyle. Seems like the boat ride is getting bigger and better. What do you contribute all the success to?
Well, really, this is an opportunity for us to really connect with our community. The success comes from the people in the community because this is an opportunity for us to talk about all the accomplishments we've done throughout the year. And so what we do is the funds that we collect from this boat ride we use for a lot of things like Kappa League. We also use it for our scholarship program and our Christmas and Thanksgiving baskets.
So in relationship to the fraternity in general, what are some of the things that you notice in terms of changing as it relates to people's perception of fraternities and sororities throughout the years?
It's amazing how things are happening because during the first 100th century, things were totally different. But with technology, it has really changed fraternity. So people look at us in a totally different way.
I'm here with Namdi Paskin, another member of Kappa Alpha Psi. I know you're going on the boat ride, not your first rodeo. So what makes this boat ride special to you?
Just the atmosphere, the environment, beautiful people dressed up, looking good, looking forward to having a good time. It's a positive environment. It's for a good cause. The money goes towards our efforts to support our youth and empower our youth through our Kappa League and our mentoring programs that we have. So it's just all around good event. It gets better and better each year, it seems like. So we're just looking forward to continuing this tradition and continue to watch it grow and expand. So.
Well, thanks for spending some time with us.
Absolutely, thank you.
Is this your first Kappa cruise?
Yes.
Okay, so what made you all decide to come out?
Why not? CJ actually is a Kappa, my boyfriend, so we're out here to support him. Yeah.
So what are your expectations for the evening?
Not sure.
Fun. Yes, a
We're
lot
gonna
of
have
fun. A lot of fun.
Yes.
So you've heard good things about it.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yes.
As you can see, the Kappa cruise was a lot of fun as always, and it was great having the Grand Pole Mark on board. But one thing that we want to make very clear is that the HBCUs and Black Greeks are alive and well. We'll take another quick break and back with more of Urban Lifestyles right after this.
Fathers,
neighbors, and friends.
Working hard when the weather is good.
and even harder when it's not.
With online updates to keep you safe and informed during the storm.
Programs to save you energy and money.
And new projects to help us provide cleaner, more reliable energy.
We're more than an energy company.
We are LG&E.
We're LG&E.
We are LG&E.
Our energies.
The whole universe, there's only one you. But even though we're unique, we do have one thing in common. We want to live long, healthy lives. That's why Kentucky One Health should be the one name you think of for award-winning heart, stroke, and cancer care. The one name for convenience. With over 200 locations including hospitals, outpatient care centers, and physician practices. And the one name for wellness. With healthy lifestyle centers and partnerships across the state. With the combined experience of Jewish and St. Joseph hospitals and the University of Louisville Hospital, Kentucky One Health is the one name in healthcare. In the whole universe, there's only one you. But even though we're unique, we do have one thing in common. We want to live long, healthy lives. That's why Kentucky One Health should be the one name you think of for award-winning heart, stroke, and cancer care. The one name for convenience. With over 200 locations including hospitals, outpatient care centers, and physician practices. And the one name for wellness. With healthy lifestyle centers and partnerships across the state. With the combined experience of Jewish and St. Joseph hospitals and the University of Louisville Hospital, Kentucky One Health is the one name in healthcare.
Jeff Fowler Toyota, Southern Indiana's #1 Toyota dealer. Hey folks, just take the bridge for savings. We're offering employee pricing for everyone who walks through the door. Remember, you pay what we pay. Come see me, Rodney Carter. We're closer than you think. Just take I-65, exit 4, Lewis and Clark Parkway, across from the Green Tree Mall, or visit us on the web at jeffwilderclarksvilletoyota.com.
Whole universe, there's only one you. But even though we're unique, we do have one thing in common. We want to live long, healthy lives. That's why Kentucky One Health should be the one name you think of for award-winning heart, stroke, and cancer care. The one name for convenience. With over 200 locations including hospitals, outpatient care centers, and physician practices. And the one name for wellness. With healthy lifestyle centers and partnerships across the state. With the combined experience of Jewish and St. Joseph hospitals and the University of Louisville Hospital, Kentucky One Health is the one name in healthcare.
Jeff Fowler Toyota, Southern Indiana's #1 Toyota dealer. Hey folks, just take the bridge for savings. We're offering employee pricing for everyone who walks through the door. Remember, you pay what we pay. Come see me, Rodney Carter. We're closer than you think. Just take I-65, exit 4, Lewis and Clark Parkway, across from the Green Tree Mall, or visit us on the web at jeffwilderclarksvilletoyota.com.
Every month we bring you a segment with Kentucky One Health, so take a look at this piece. Every month we do a segment with Kentucky One Health called Living Well with Kentucky One, and this month is no different. We're here with Sandy Stevens, who is an RN with Kentucky One. Welcome to Urban Lifestylez.
Thank you.
And this month we're talking about breast cancer. This is a subject we've touched on many times, but this time we're talking about high-risk breast cancer. So can you explain to our audience exactly what that is?
Yes, someone at high risk for breast cancer may be someone who has a family history of a mother or grandmother who developed breast cancer at an early age. She also may be someone who has been already tested for the BRCA gene and is positive for that. So we have just started here a high risk breast clinic for patients who fall into those categories, and they may be referred to us by their OBGYN who has seen them, or the surgeons may have a cancer who it's not a cancer, but it is one that may develop, a tumor that may develop into a cancer, so we'll see them as well. We also, in our clinic, it's been wonderful. We just started it. We have in the clinic we have a genetic counselor that meets with them. We have our medical oncologist, and we also have a dietitian that talks with them about a diet as well.
So what are some questions that you should ask your OBGYN?
Well, if you definitely should ask them, am I at risk? And given my family history, am I at risk for this? We see patients, if you're someone that you feel like you need to see us, we can call our Hope line, which is 502-562-HOPE, and to make an appointment to see Dr. Mondati, who is the physician in the high-risk breast clinic. We also see patients through our surgeons. We get referrals from the surgeons, and then also the genetic counselor who has seen someone and finds that they do have this BRCA positive gene will refer to our clinic as well.
Well, Sandy, how do the treatment steps differ from high risk and traditional cancer as we know it?
Okay. Well, the traditional treatments, as far as like the chemotherapy and things like that, the high-risk breast clinic, we can offer chemo prevention, which is different from chemotherapy, but it's to kind of protect someone from developing breast cancer. And we still do, just as if someone did have breast cancer, we still monitor the patient. We have an example of how we work as a team here. We have a multidisciplinary team. An example would be a woman comes to our breast care center, and because she has a lump in her breast, she gets diagnosed, gets a biopsy, gets diagnosed, and it's a lesion which is not cancer but could develop into cancer. So at our multidisciplinary conference, we talk about it, the surgeon takes it out, we talk about the pathology, and then she gets referred to our high-risk breast clinic, where she sees the medical oncologist, and then she sees the genetic counselor, and then she will see the dietitian. And then at that point, we will talk about doing chemo prevention to help prevent that lesion or anything developing again into cancer. And then we will monitor her as far as like doing mammograms and keep in touch with her to make sure to watch her that nothing does happen.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, the advantages of coming to Kentucky One Health is it's a holistic approach.
Absolutely, yes.
So if we were wrapping this up and we're talking to our audience, what are 3 things that you want our audience to remember about high-risk breast cancer?
Okay. That number one, that we do have a clinic here that's just started, that we can see you, and it is multifaceted, so that you will be seen by members of the team to kind of watch and keep an eye on you. If you wanted to make an appointment for the high-risk breast clinic, you can call the Hope line, which is 502-562-4370. And we do have a multidisciplinary team so that all of our members talk together and are a part of it.
So as always with Kentucky One Health, this is information that you can use, and you can see why it's so important to get your annual screenings. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
Jeff Fowler Toyota, Southern Indiana's #1 Toyota dealer. Hey folks, just take the bridge for savings. We're offering employee pricing for everyone who walks through the door. Remember, you pay what we pay. Come see me, Rodney Carter. We're closer than you think. Just take I-65, exit 4, Lewis and Clark Parkway, across from the Green Tree Mall, or visit us on the web at jeffwilderclarksvilletoyota.com.
Whole universe. There's only one you. But even though we're unique, we do have one thing in common. We want to live long, healthy lives. That's why Kentucky One Health should be the one name you think of for award-winning heart, stroke, and cancer care. The one name for convenience. With over 200 locations including hospitals, outpatient care centers, and physician practices. And the one name for wellness. With healthy lifestyle centers and partnerships across the state. With the combined experience of Jewish and St. Joseph hospitals and the University of Louisville Hospital, Kentucky One Health is the one name in healthcare.
What is something that we're always looking for? We're always looking for great show ideas. So if you've got a great show idea, be sure to go to our website at www.urbanlifestyles, and that's urbanlifestyles with a Z.net, and you can win a free oil change from Jeff Weiler Toyota. And of course, if you're in the mood for a new or used car, go by and see Rodney Carter and tell him that Urban Lifestyle sent you. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
The whole universe. There's only one you. But even though we're unique, we do have one thing in common. We want to live long, healthy lives. That's why Kentucky One Health should be the one name you think of for award-winning heart, stroke, and cancer care. The one name for convenience. With over 200 locations including hospitals, outpatient care centers, and physician practices. And the one name for wellness. With healthy lifestyle centers and partnerships across the state. With the combined experience of Jewish and St. Joseph hospitals and the University of Louisville Hospital, Kentucky One Health is the one name in healthcare.
The Louisville Water Company is one of our partners, and one thing that we love to feature are Louisville Water Company heroes. So take a look at this piece.
Well, there's very few women in this field. I'm one of only 2 crew leaders, and we have one other female that's on the maintenance crews. And it's interesting. I mean, you learn different things every day. Kind of adventurous because you're going down below ground level. I started out with the company I came in. Everybody comes in as a laborer. And then I went from there to, I did meter reading for a while. And then I just thought, hey, I'm gonna try out the crew. So I signed a job bid for it, and I was originally what they call a plumber leader assistant. And from there, I went to being a crew leader. Sometimes people are my age, even though it's 2016, people are my age that I'm out there and I'm actually doing the work. Guys do. Some guys tend to say, oh, you're just in charge. But I'll quickly let them know that I am here. We need more women come. I mean, it's a good job. It's a way to, provide good income to raise a family. And a lot of women don't apply because they feel like that it's a male job. But I say to anybody, when I very first started out doing construction, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as a male job or a female job. If you have the determination to do something, do anything.
As a I said, we're down in Central Park today. We're fighting in between the rain showers, but it's still a great event. Go with us. We're going to talk to some of the people here, some of the artists, some of the people that really made this event all happen. So stick with us. We're going to do that right now. We're here with Mayor Greg Fisher, and we're at Jazz at Central Park. And this is an event that was around a long time back in 1992. It went away for a while, but I'm happy to say it's back. Mayor, welcome back to Urban Lifestyles, and talk to us about today's event.
Well, live music is a big part of our city, and jazz is right in there, obviously, especially cool jazz.
Yes.
And you have a venue like this here, the amphitheater at Central Park. You put all this together. It's what we call a good night in the Ville.
Right. And it is a great night, and it's great to see just such a wide selection of the city out.
Well, it is. I mean, we're at our strongest when everybody comes out. And Central Park, there's a reason why it calls Central, right? We meet here from the east, the west, the south, and the north. And then we all here to enjoy the good jazz music.
So any of the artists up here, any of your favorites, or you just love them all?
Well, of course, as mayor, I love everybody. But Carly Johnson sang earlier here.
Okay.
She's got that jazz voice that makes you cry when you hear. I mean, it is that far-ranging in what she has to do. So I've got a soft spot, I gotta be honest with you, for jazz vocalists. I'm not sure why, they can do with their voice, what other people do with instruments. I'm a horrible singer, so maybe I just really appreciate that.
Well, you and I are in the same club, so we can expect more venues and more events like this to come.
Yeah, next week, at World Fest, from 11 o'clock on Friday, basically through 7 p.m. on Monday, we'll have some 60 or so different music acts there, all free, open to the public, 3 different stages. I think that's the best free music festival in the country. Ken Clay promotes that, of course, he's a Louisville treasure.
Right. Well, it's always a pleasure seeing you, and thanks for spending some time with us.
Thank you, Max.
We're here with the founder of Jazz at Central Park, Mr. Ken Clay, and I know this is a very special day for you today because you're being recognized, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. I was surprised. I had no idea that this was going to happen, but delighted.
So what does it mean to you to see this come back to Central Park?
Oh, it means a lot. I go back to the days when we started it. I was at the time with the Kentucky Center for the Arts. And I gotten this fantastic grant from the Lila Wallace Foundation to do some jazz in Louisville. Louisville is one of 16 cities chosen because of the jazz programming I had been doing at the Kentucky Center. So that's how we were able to get started with Central Park, using the Lila Wallace Fund.
And I'm very glad to see it back. We've got a lot of talent here in the city. And what do you see where it's going from here?
Well, I certainly hope that Jazz in Central Park continues to move forward. I told Councilman James that I'd love to be a part of that. So I see it regaining its previous status and really exceeding it. This is a wonderful venue for jazz, and I think we can do it and make it work very well.
We are here with the group Triad, who just performed at Jazz in Central Park, and as always, they were phenomenal. I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
My name is Antoine Parrish on sax.
My name is Lugo Campbell on drums.
And my name is Omega Latham III on keys.
Omega Latham, that's right. You're one of those Omega men anyway, aren't you? Well, it's always great hearing you all. So tell me about your music, your style, and what can we expect from Triad?
Oh, wow. Our music and our style, I always like to say, is predicated on 3 principles. We have groove, which is the drums, and Lugo Campbell, harmony, Omega Latham III on keys, and soul, which features Antoine Parrish on sax. So we try to always implement those 3 elements every time we perform, every time we play. And I'll let Lugo talk about the future.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up for our future. We travel a lot in and out of town a lot, so there's a lot of things that we have coming up. Just check us on our Facebook page, Triad Music, TRIADD Music on Facebook.
And also the albums that we have to come, you're really going to love. If you love what you heard thus far of Triad Music, when we get back in the studio and start releasing, hopefully by the beginning of the spring, in April, the date we agreed on, we're going to have another album for you guys. It's going to be amazing. And also, we're thinking about doing some more shows that we're going to do as far as, I said the word the other day and I lost it just that quick. A series, a Triad Music series. Look out for that in the spring and the summer of 2017.
Okay, these guys must be true jazz aficionados because they came all the way from California for Jazz in Central Park. And I'm here with
Carl Whiteside from Sacramento, California.
And
his partner Ken Bailey from Sacramento, California.
Okay, now you all must have some Louisville ties.
Yes, we do. Investment property here, so we come down here. But I coordinated my business with pleasure and came down here just to see this event also.
So what do you think about the venue?
Oh man, it's nice. It's really nice. I liked it except for the rain. It was beautiful. Yeah, it turned into a beautiful day.
I'm sure jazz is something you're all not strange to coming from California. So I'm sure there are several events like this out in the West Coast.
San Francisco all the time. LA, hey, what can I say? Yep.
So would you like to see more things like this back here in Kentucky?
Yeah, every time we travel, I'll be willing to come there. Whatever event's going on, I'll be there. I'm sure I'll bring my partner, we'll be there.
I'm here with Michael CJ, who is out here to enjoy jazz in Central Park. Are you a huge jazz fan?
I am a big jazz fan. And one of the things I worry about is that Louisville doesn't have enough jazz. So anytime it gets out here, I try to be here.
So who are some of your favorite artists?
Well, one of them's going to be playing here in a few minutes, Jerry Tolson. Okay. He's we worked together at U of L, and I've been following him for 20 years. So he's one of my favorite of all times.
So what do you think it's going to take to build Louisville as a stronger jazz community?
I think just more of us need to speak out, and I'll take responsibility for not having done that. I need to speak out more and let people know that I need more jazz. Also, we need to come out when these things happen. So the more people that show up for jazz, the more that the people who sponsor it will understand that there's an audience for it.
Mike, great seeing you, and thanks for spending some time with us.
Good to see you, Max. Thanks.
Here with Jim Green, you're out enjoying some jazz this evening.
Oh, it's a great cause and fantastic. My first jazz concert.
So what do you think it's going to take to build a stronger community for jazz here?
Well, I think, the people come out and support the musicians, and I think it'll be a goal.
You must be a true believer because you're out here in a little bit of unpleasant weather.
Well, I'm a true believer, but Michael really got me out here because if I didn't know anything about this, I probably wouldn't be here.
Well, thanks. I hope you enjoy yourself.
Hey, Max, thank you. Appreciate it, man. All right.
I've had a great time today down here in Central Park. And as we say each and every week, that's our show, that's our time. And we'll see you back here next time on Urban Lifestyles. Bye-bye. Take care.
Toyota, Southern Indiana's #1 Toyota dealer. Hey folks, just take the bridge for savings. We're offering employee pricing for everyone who walks through the door. Remember, you pay what we pay. Come see me, Rodney Carter. We're closer than you think. Just take I-65, exit 4, Lewis and Clark Parkway, across from the Green Tree Mall, or visit us on the web at JeffWallerClarksvilleToyota.com.